So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. Looking deep. That's caught at the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a gain of 35.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And he's able to put it through.
Steelers 14, Bills 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive, and they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you get...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, 32 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Good. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
At the 30-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 28. That one goes for 24 yards.
And the Steeler first down.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz it?
Looking into the snowflakes, and he muffs it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up second.
Flushed out right.
At the 31-yard line.
Finding Knox there, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Johnson with a completion over the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. So after 3 drives that ended touchdown, 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 they get bogged down on drive number 4.
Yeah, I don't know how excited you would be on the other side of the ball that they finally didn't score. You know, you're happy, of course, but at the same time, did you have that much to do with it, or did they just get tired?
Maybe it's just a sense of relief at this point. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Just going to want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On 1st down, Allen. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
It's a foot race. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
Big Ben with his fourth touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown.
Chris Boswell on for the
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go. But then the defender.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off at the 35. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
First and
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
number 22.
A good pickup there, a 22.
At the 2-yard line.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. How about Ben Roethlisberger, his 5th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
He is good.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
14. Chris
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd and 12, Allen buying time to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hatch it. Check it out, read.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Looking into the snowflakes, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Flush to his right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen, eluding the pressure right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bills get a bit closer.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot to account for him as a runner. And he's able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Bills 20.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
To kick off for Buffalo.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
A gain of 11.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
Yeah, that, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Complete to
Juju Smith-Schuster.